Make money now selling from your mobile phone. It happens to all of us at some point. We could use a little extra money to cover mortgage or pay the rent, pay bills, or just have spending cash. But I had two problems: very little time to invest and even less money. I was open to suggestion, but kept hearing the same ideas, suggestions that I didn't think would work for me. One idea that I was interested in was buying and selling merchandise online. It seemed simple enough, but I didn't know where to buy merchandise, and I wasn't sure where I could sell it. I knew all about the big sites like eBay and Amazon where I could sell merchandise, but the competition seemed very fierce. How would anybody find my products in a sea of other sellers? And what could I sell? By sheer luck, I met someone who had been selling online for years. He wasn't a super impressive business tycoon or online guru, just someone who was making about $10,000 per month consistently. And because I already had a full-time job, I was happy to hear that he was making that amount of money in about 15 hours per week. He shared some information with me, and now I'm going to share it with you. Getting set up fast. My first step was to set up accounts on eBay, OfferUp, and Let Go. There are many similar sites which you can create an account to sell, but these sites get a lot of traffic, are trusted by consumers, and have systems set up to make it easy for you to sell. And you can do it from your mobile phone or other handheld device. I loved that because it meant I could be at work, making dinner, running errands, even sleeping, and still make money. OfferUp and Let Go can be downloaded as apps on your phone. eBay also has an app. When you start with eBay, my advice is to set up your account as a business. This should get you higher selling limits. If you sign up with a personal account, if you don't have a PayPal account yet, get one. Set up your PayPal account as a business as well. If you are starting a new account, understand that you will not have access to all of the money you make immediately. PayPal will set a limit on how much you can withdraw per month. For convenience, I'd recommend getting the PayPal debit card with your account. That way you can access your monthly allowance immediately rather than having to wait the 3 to 4 days it takes PayPal to transfer money to your bank account. For OfferUp and Let Go, you don't have to set up any payment methods. You'll be meeting with people in person to deliver your products and collect money. Make sure you pick a safe public place to meet people. Some police stations and chain stores have created safe meeting stations where people can arrange to meet. Now that you have set up the accounts you need, it's time to get some merchandise. Here are just a few auction sites you can get started: SierraAuction.com, HaggleBids.com, BulldogAuctions.com, Liquidation.com, Rawlsper.com, Improxybid.com. Sourcing for success. The great thing about modern technology is that you have access to everything you need right in the palm of your hand. You can buy merchandise and sell it right from your smartphone. But where and what do you buy? Do a quick search for online auctions on any search engine. Before your very eyes, endless sources of merchandise will appear at your fingertips. You will have new, used, refurbished, and salvage goods that you can buy very cheap and sell for substantial profits. The online auctions are a great option for people who don't want to hunt for merchandise to sell at swap meets, garage sales, and thrift shops. Those are good options for people with more time. But if you are like me and you have limited time and no desire to look through haystacks for needles, when you are looking for an auction online, house, you need to be aware of certain terms before you start bidding. The types of items you pick to bid on will determine how quickly they sell and for how much. New items are brand new, never used, and sealed in the manufacturer's original packaging. Auctions will often sell new items that are no longer wanted in stores. Usually this is because the store bought more than they could sell of an item, referred to as overstock, or it could be that an older model needs to be liquidated so that a newer model of the same product can be sold. You may also see some auctions refer to new items as shelf pulls. Open box. Open box items tend to be new or like new, but sealed in the manufacturer's original packaging. Sometimes open box items can be the result of store returns or display merchandise. Refurbished. These items have been used, but fixed or repaired by the manufacturer. They tend to be late model items, most not the latest model. Mostly refurbished items are tech items like phones, computers, and etc. Used. These items are used. Of course, when selling online, some used items are more valuable than others. I found that there is a big money in used commercial or industrial equipment, tools, devices, etc. Salvage. These items do not work or are too cosmetically damaged to be sold in a store. These items are basically junk to the average person, but not so fast. You can make a lot of money with this junk if it's the right junk. Not so much everyday consumer items, but commercial and industrial items. This is especially true about medical and restaurant equipment. You can even sell these junk items for parts repair, meaning they are not working, but a repair person can fix the item or even use the parts to repair another piece of equipment, tool, or device. Usually consumer merchandise is too inexpensive for parts and repair, selling because it's often cheaper to get a new vacuum or TV than to fix an old one. This is not the case with a restaurant food mixer. For example, if the mixer normally costs $2,700, somebody will pay at least $500 for a non-working version just to get the parts. Now that you've found an auction and decided what type of merchandise you want to sell, how much should you be willing to pay? You have to research to make the best decisions, but fortunately, this research can be done with seconds, right from your phone. The way I research is to check for the following. 1. Does this product sell? Your taste is not important. You may see something on an auction that you think would be a great seller when it's not, or you may have no idea what it is or how it's used, but it is a great seller. Do yourself a favor and check. 2. Does this product sell fast? You may find an item that sells for a decent amount, but not very often. How long do you want to store an item? Do you have a lot of storage space? 3. How much does this product sell for? You find an item that sells fast, sells often, but doesn't sell for a lot of money. You have to think about what kind of seller you want to be. Do you want to sell 1,000 $10 items, or do you want to sell 10 $1,000 items? There's no right or wrong answer. Some people want to sell in volume. Others want less items, but at a higher price. How many other people are selling this product right now? Imagine you find an item that sells pretty quickly, sells for a decent amount, but there are 100 people selling that same item. Do you want to compete with all of those other sellers? How will you compete? Price? Price is the go-to option, meaning that you undercut the competition by selling the same item for a lot less. But if you do that, how much profit do you make per item? I've found it's better to find an item that is not so competitive. so I can have more control in setting my own price. Remember, with your pricing, you need to consider not only how much you bought the item for, but packaging, supplies, and shipping expenses. I lost a lot of money on items by underestimating the shipping expense or not considering that if everyone is offering free shipping on an item, I need to incorporate the shipping into the price that I sell the item for. The easiest way to perform this research for me has been by using eBay. Type the name of the item into the search and refine the search by looking for sold items. This will show you the truth about whether the item is a good seller, fast seller, and how much you can charge for it. If you only look at current listings, you might see that an item is listed by multiple sellers for $100, but when you check the sold listings, you might find that the item actually only sells if it's priced around $50. That should influence your decision as to whether to buy the item and how much you should pay for it. Now you're at the beach. The sun is out, the waves are lapping and at the shore, and you are working from your phone. There's an online auction going on and you are bidding on some items. You've researched some items and you are ready to bid. Let's make sure you win. First, we need you to understand the lingo. When you find an online auction, it will typically start on one day and close 7 days later. That simply means that you have a week to research the item and place your bids. The closing date is when the item will actually be sold. So on day one that an auction begins, some people immediately place a bid. You can do that, but I found more success in waiting for the closing date. Remember, you are competing with other bidders. You don't want to give them an entire week to outbid you. Most online auctions that you sign up for will give you an option to put these items on a watch list. Take advantage of this option so you can pick and research items before the close date without giving your competition time to outbid you for the item. Now, on the day you bid, most sites will give you a max bid option. This is a great thing to take advantage of. Understand that a regular bid is just that. You enter the price and then submit the bid. A max bid is the most you'd be willing to pay, but you will only pay the amount of the necessary winning bid up to your max. It's like putting your bidding on autopilot. For example, let's say you find an item that sells for $150. You decide you'd be willing to pay up to $50 for the item. The current winning bid is $10. You can simply enter $50 in the max bid field. Now, let's say the next person bids $12 and another bidder bids $13. You are still the winner and you only pay $14 because that is the minimum bid that is required to win, not your max of $50. You can do this max bidding on the first day the auction opens, but again, you will be giving your competition more time to outbid you. The goal for me is always to give my competition the least amount of time possible to respond to my bid. I wait until about 10 minutes before an item closes before I place my bid or max bid. Why? Everyone else is bidding for that item will be notified by email that they have been outbid, or if they are watching the auction in real time, they will see that they have been outbid. Give them the smallest window of time you can to submit another bid. Here is a good example of a max bid situation. Notice that bidder 1492 placed a bid. Bidder 2275 subsequently placed 4 bids in the winning bid column. You will see that despite 2275's 4 bids, bidder 1492 is still winning. The other bidders cannot see your max bid. They just have to keep bidding until they surpass your max bid. Most of the time, someone bidding against you will give up after 3 to 4 losing bids. You won. Now it's time to list your item for sale. Since I have had the best experiences with eBay, OfferUp, and Let Go, I will discuss only those options. But there are many other sites and apps where you can sell your products. Do some research, experiment, and find the best fit for you. We found that for most of what I sell, eBay is the best option. Their platform has been in place for many years, and they have many devoted shoppers for you to sell to. They also have the tools in place to help make you successful and to get you making money fast. You can list something and get it sold in minutes. Again, all from your phone while you're on the beach, at work, running errands, etc. Listing on any of the 3 sites, apps I've mentioned is very easy, so I'll skip the process and just mention some tips. When listing on eBay, make sure you take at least 4 pictures of an item so people can see all sides. This is particularly true if you are listing a used item. You want to give the buyer full disclosure visually and in your description of any blemishes. Price competitively, keeping all associated costs in mind. Be especially aware of what your shipping costs will be. You need to either incorporate shipping into your price or make sure you are charging the customer enough. Encourage the buyers to leave positive feedback. When you are just getting started, you may want to be proactive in getting these reviews from your customers. After the customer has received their item, send a friendly email asking for feedback. People are more likely to buy from you if they see you have positive feedback. Don't be afraid to get on the phone with eBay customer service and ask for raised limits. When you first start, eBay may limit the amount of items you can list and how much money you can make. Call and nicely explain this is a business for you and it doesn't make sense to run a business with low maximum for how much money you can make. Being friendly and professional. I got my limit raised from $2,000 a month to $10,000 a month maximum with a few weeks of having my eBay account. List as much as you can. I don't have any proof, but it seems to me that I get more traffic on each of my individual listings when I have at least 40 items listed at once. As far as OfferUp and Let Go, I tend to use these apps for items that I don't want to ship because they are large, like some medical supplies or restaurant equipment. With OfferUp and Let Go, you are getting local buyers. You meet with these people in person and exchange the money for goods. Just be careful. Pick a very public place, preferably a designated safe place, and meet. During the day, there are some dangerous people out there, so if something doesn't feel right, don't proceed. There you have it. With this information, you should be able to get started with your online auction business today. You can make money very quickly and with very little time or money investment. Your time is flexible. The money is consistent, and best of all, you can do it all of it, every step, from your smartphone or any other handheld device. Arbitrage lets you start making money today. Wikipedia says that arbitrage is the practice of taking advantage of price difference between 2 or more markets, capitalizing upon the imbalance or the difference between the price of those 2 markets. In simpler terms, arbitrage is nothing more than buying something below its current market value, then selling it at its current market value and making a profit. People all over the United States, Europe, and the rest of the world are making hundreds, thousands, and even millions of dollars using arbitrage on sites like Amazon, eBay, Craigslist, OfferUp, LetGo.com, Close5.com, and many more. The whole idea is to find products that are in demand at wholesale prices and sell those products at retail prices to the people that are looking for them on the sites above. This is very similar to what we talked about in the first part of the book, dealing with auctions. There are many ways to get your hands on deeply discounted products, both new and used. So first, let's start with new items. For new items, your best bet is to check out the clearance racks and bins of large discount retailers from the list we have provided below. The reason this is such a good idea is that when these stores either decide to close out product and stop carrying it or need to make room for an updated version of a product, they will often sell those items near or far below even their own cost just to make room for the next items to come in. One other super powerful way to get your hands on brand new, very hot and popular products at deep discounted prices is to go for open box display and slightly damaged returns. I know a guy who buys furniture from Mayfair and other large furniture stores for pennies on the dollar because they may have a scratch or dent in them. I have seen $1,000 washing machines and dryers with a simple, almost undetectable crease or dent in their sides sell for less than half of their original prices. Think about it. How fast could you sell a brand new $1,000 Kenmore or Whirlpool washer and dryer that you bought for $300 or so on a site like Craigslist and make a profit? Or what about buying a beautiful Hampton Bay 5-piece patio furniture set with a retail of $800 to $1,000 being bought for about $100 because one piece of the set has some tiny scratch? Crazy, right? Remember, these large companies get huge tax write-offs and insurance payoffs for things damaged in transit or otherwise, so maybe it's not so crazy after all. By now, I'm sure you're thinking, why not just go to websites like www.alibaba.com, www.aliexpress.com, or www.china.com and buy directly from the manufacturers and large wholesale houses in China, India, Malaysia, and so on? Well, simply put, by the time you pay for shipping and have to deal with the damage or just plain crappy products a few times, it's just not worth it and worth the drama. Doing so until you reach a point where your customers' demand for a specific product is greater than your available supply. And far too often, you end up paying more than you would have by simply buying closeouts and slightly damaged goods at your own local discount dealer or retailer. Here is your list of 23 discount and general merchandise retailers to check out: Walmart, TJ Maxx, Five Below, Dollar Tree stores, Family Dollar stores, General Dollar, Brookstone, Dollar Stores Only, Bargain Outlet, Savers Incorporated, Warehouse 99 of Miami, Target, Costco, Ocean State Jobbers, Orchland Farm and Home Supply, Goodman's, 99 cents only stores, Buy Mart, Dollar Store of Oakwood Plaza, Tuesday Morning, BJ's Wholesale Club, Sam's Club, The Disney Store, Duckwall ALC stores. 99 cents only stores has a warehouse component selling items to the other retailers for nickels, dimes, and quarters per item, and you should check with the other retailers mentioned to see if they do the same. We do also include a list of 25 specialty retailers that you can check with to see what deals you can get on returned and slightly damaged goods. Interstate All Battery Center, Systemax Incorporated, Cellular Advantage, Peterbrook Chocolatier, Moorhead Communications, Cellular Central, Tiavana, The Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf, Verizon Wireless, O'Reilly Automotive, H.A. Craig Incorporated, American Cellular, Barnes & Noble, Build-A-Bear Workshop, Automotive Technology Archivers, Music and Arts Center, Best Buy, Cedar Fair LP, Fannie Mae Confections, Bed Bath & Beyond, GameStop, Batteries Plus, Apple Incorporated, and PetSmart. Now let's move into finding used items to sell. In my opinion, finding used products to sell can be very time-consuming, but honestly, the most fun. The best stuff can be found at estate sales, storage auctions, swap meets, federal, state, and local police, sheriff seizure auctions. You can buy anything from airplanes to zebras. Maybe not zebras, but you get my point. The thing you should do when buying used items is to always have your cell phone with you ready to search eBay to see what the item is selling for before you actually do a purchase. By looking the item up first on eBay, you'll save yourself from buying a lot of junk that may never sell, or if it does, it takes forever. eBay is a good barometer of what is selling and what a good sale price is for your item. Things sold on eBay seem to be about what you would find them for on Amazon, Craigslist, and other sites like them. Finding auctions is easy. In most states, it is a requirement that storages, sites, and counties run ads in local newspaper about auctions to be held where people's property are being forfeited for one reason or another. And for law enforcement and government auctions, just call or do a web search for local police, sheriff, city, town, state, or federal branch for U.S. Customs, IRS, even the Department of Defense to see when their next auction will be. Here is a list of some awesome auction sites you should check out. gsaauctions.gov/GSA auctions/GSA auctions, usa.gov/auctions-and-sales, gsa/gov/tools/property-disposal-auction set tools-GSA auctions, treasury.gov/services/pages/auctions. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel, The Spiritual Onion. Be healthy, happy, and prosperous.